But yes, I stand 10 toes down. There was something wrong with his boss. He had something to do with it. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if he bought her, if he knew who bought her, if he was helping cover up what was happening, if he and his company were involved in this trades. I don't know how. I don't know how. I just know he knew more than what he was letting on. Because let me point something out to y'all. I mean, other than the fact that he was like hovering around them this whole time, even at the wee hours of the morning, in the middle of the night, didn't even go to bed, hovered around them, followed them around everywhere. Despite all of this, and being like a momentary grief counselor, I think that's kind of like the point I wanted to make here. It's like he may have been a lot more compassionate about it with them, but in my mind, his actions kind of showed me that he was gaslighting them just as much as the cruise line was. Like the way, the way he was, in a way, acting as a grief counselor and as a support, instead of like actually being useful some way. It was almost like he had already like kind of thought she was dead too. Like the cruise line. Like he had just resigned. She jumped, fell, or was pushed. At least, I don't know. That's what I was picking up from it. I mean, because think about it. She's only been missing like one day. They never found her in the water. But yet, like, everyone's still acting like there's like no other outcome. She just, must have fell or jumped off the boat. Even though they've been told multiple times that by the people who live there that there's no way they would have found something. Even to this day, they still keep that open as a possibility. This man, and listen, I am not putting this on the family. I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. When you're in that moment, you are not thinking clearly. You are very much vulnerable for manipulation. Very much so. Anyone at that point is vulnerable. Very vulnerable. So I kind of feel like he knew exactly what he was doing when he said, look, the day before the cruise ends, right after he had handed the footage to the head of security, a pivotal piece of evidence, why don't you guys just, go home now and be with your family? Yeah, go home. Even though he knew their daughter's only been missing a couple of days, any missing person's case time is of the essence. They're grieving. They obviously are not thinking clearly. And he's actually encouraging them to give up. Maybe he didn't say that. That's exactly what he did. Ask yourselves, would you tell someone you cared about, stop looking for your daughter, just go home, think about yourselves, don't think about her? Would you tell your friend that? I don't think so.